guarantee of the 30-day emergency fund savings challenge. We are only 10 days from hitting our goal. Literally, we are 2/3 of the way done. I'm so excited. I'm so excited you're still with me, and we are crushing this goal. I cannot wait to share today's tip with you. It is something that you do annually, and depending on when you're watching this, you may or may not be able to do it right now. However, it can save you so much money. Even the total amount we are trying to save for this challenge, which is $500. So let's get started. Hey everyone, this is Lauren Mack with Hacking the Rat Race, and I would love for you to hit the like button and subscribe so you don't miss any more videos on money, saving, and investing, and especially not during this 30-day emergency fund savings challenge. Like I said, today is day 20, and today we're going to be saving $22. That's right, $22. You're going to take this money, you're going to put it in your emergency fund savings envelope with all the money that you have saved so far. And in this envelope, there is a total of $234. Way to go. That is so awesome. And if you are not putting your money in the envelope, if you're putting it in a savings account, go ahead right now, $22, move it over there and give yourself a pat on the back. Literally, we are 2/3 of the way through. We have $234 in our emergency fund account. So I am so excited. And I'm also excited to share with you today's tip. And like I said, this is something you do annually, but it is so important. And I think a lot of people overlook it because they feel like, I don't really care, or I don't have time, or it seems like a very confusing process. Totally get it. So I'm going to break it down for you today. And today's tip is fighting your property taxes. And obviously this does not apply if you are renting. This is only if you own property. So if you own a house or if you own rental houses, just basically each year you're going to get an assessment in the mail of your property value. And this is what they are going to base their tax valuations on. And of course, over probably the last 10 years, property values have gone up and up and up. You should still check it every year and look into fighting it because sometimes there's errors and you can save so much money. So the first thing you want to do is review your appeal. And you want to see if there are any errors. So look at your house description, your property description, how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms, the square footage, the size of your lot. Just check all of those details to make sure they are correct because this is what they're basing their comps on. So if they don't have it correct, and a lot of times people don't even bother looking at this part, but it's really important because if one of these things are amiss, it could make the difference in the value of your property. So first, check for errors and then look at what is the assessed value. In some places, the local municipalities try to keep it cutting edge with whatever the values are so they can make the most amount of money. This is even true for some municipalities that used to kind of lag behind. As property values have gone up, they have gotten closer and closer to the edge of the actual value of your property. However, if you live in a municipality that always undervalues your property, then you may not be able to fight the value. But if you're in a municipality where it's close, or if you just look at it and you think this value is wrong, then the next thing that you're going to do is get comps. You need to get 5 comps that are as close to your property as possible, that match your property as much as possible. And this would be square footage, number of bedrooms, number of bathrooms, literally as close as you can get, because that'll just make it more convincing. Also, don't just go look at Zillow. You can look at Zillow to get an idea, but a lot of these things like Zillow, Realtor.com, they're way off for various reasons. So definitely, if you're gonna go down this route, contact a realtor and get true comps of houses that have sold recently and how much they actually sold for. That's what's important. That's what they're using to come up with this value. They're not using assessment tools like Zillow. So just keep that in mind. So if a realtor gives you comps and your house is overvalued, then you need to follow the instructions on the assessment on how to fight your property taxes. Usually that means you just take the comps to the local municipality and you fight it. But if they look at it and you are correct that your property is overvalued and they say it's not, you still can appeal, and I would highly recommend that. If you think you're right, appeal it, and then generally a board of people or at least someone else reviews it and they make the final determination. Another option, if all this seems like way too much hassle for you, which I totally get it, there are companies who will do this for you. That is their sole job often, is to fight your property taxes. However, there are two separate pricing models. One pricing model is you just pay an amount up front, and then if they're able to get them reduced, generally they take a cut of the reduction. So for example, maybe you pay $100 for this service, and then let's just say they save you $1,000. Normally they take about 40%, so then you would owe them $400, but you would still be getting a $600 savings that year. That's the first model. The second model, which I highly recommend using, is you only pay them on what they get for you. So like in the example before, if they save you $1,000, you're only paying them the $400, the 40%. And again, that percentage can be anywhere from probably like 25% to 60%, whatever it is. If they get it for you, it is a good deal because yes, you're gonna pay this money, but you are gonna have to pay it anyways, and you're making a huge savings. I believe most of them are around 40%, so you're still getting a 60% savings on the overall savings. And here's the other thing, if they can get it down, this can also make it harder for them to make it go even higher in the future. There is added value here, but I would just stick to the companies that don't make you pay something up front, because if they do try to fight it and they are not able to fight it, then you lose that money. For the other model where they're just taking a percentage of the savings, if they try to fight it and they aren't able to, literally you lose nothing. So I definitely think if you're gonna go with a company, which I'll be honest, I've done it a few times myself in recent years because I'm traveling so much, I hire a company to do it for me, but I only hire companies that take a percentage of the savings and do not take a fee up front. So this can literally be the difference of saving, I don't know, hundreds to thousands of dollars. And especially if market values start to decline in the future, I highly recommend this. And just one last point, I'm sure I don't have to say this, but just in case, if your house is way undervalued, then do not go fight your property taxes because you don't want them to raise them up. You only do this if your property value is overvalued. So for example, if your property value is really, let's say $200,000, but they say it's $220,000, you want to go and fight that down to $200,000 using comps in the method I described earlier. However, if your house is worth $200,000 and they have it valued at $180,000, then you don't want to do anything because again, you are already getting a better deal. I want to hear from you in the comments below. Have you ever fought your assessment and how did it go? And are you planning on looking at it and fighting it this year? Thank you so much for watching this video. Please don't forget to hit the like button. It literally costs nothing and it pushes this 30-day challenge out to other people who need to beef up their emergency fund and become financially free. And also don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any more videos on money, saving, investing, and also not on this 30-day emergency fund savings challenge. Thanks again, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.